What's up, Bigrat310 back at it. I think I broke my record with number of questions for Q&A. I have 20 from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people with a total of 20 questions. Some guys sent me one question that requires 2 answers. It's pretty chaotic. I definitely gonna have 2 parts. I might even have 3. Most likely I'll have 3. Because let me start with what I want to talk about before I get into anything. The wrestler. I had the opportunity to see it today. I've seen every Best Picture. I've seen the wrestler, and I plan on seeing Doubt tomorrow. Once I've seen the Doubt, all the Best Pictures in the wrestler, I think that covers the Oscars. I will make an Oscar vid before and after. The wrestler was very, very good. I love Mickey Rourke's role. He was funny. You felt bad for him. He was the hero that you wanted. I really liked him. I liked the ending. My dad didn't really. And all my friends who I saw with, they didn't really like the ending. They thought, because like it gives a sad feel. How Mickey Rourke says, the real world, they don't give a shit about me. This is where I belong. And then and it's obvious that he might. There's no proof that he was about to have a heart attack right during that match. And when he jumps off the top rope, the movie ends. Doing the ram slam, ramdom or something. And they didn't like it. They said like, oh, come on. I loved it. I thought it's the perfect way to end a story. I definitely think Mickey Rourke would win Best Actor. It's a travesty if he does not. My friends and my dad still say Sean Penn because they thought, Sean Penn had a more controversial role. He had to kiss guys. Number 1, Mickey Rourke's role was just as controversial. Wrestling society, yeah, we're not so fond of that. They show the drugs in wrestling. They show how you bleed in wrestling. That movie was controversial. Second, Mickey Rourke's role was 10 times better than Sean Penn. Sean Penn acted. Mickey Rourke acted. Even Mickey Rourke's acting alone might just be better than Sean Penn's role. But then you have the fact that Mickey Rourke had to train to be a wrestler. He had to jump off ladders. He had to go through tables, through barbed wire in one scene from CCW. I like how they use a lot of independent promotions like CCW and ROH. So, Mickey Rourke, they even showed visuals of him, all that crap in his body. Yes, he must have really damn good makeup. They show, like, taking out the thumbtacks. Ah, God. Sean Penn didn't do that. So, Mickey Rourke does deserve it. I'm sorry. He deserves Best Actor. Third, Sean Penn won Best Actor a couple years ago at the Oscars for Mystic River. So, give this to Rourke. And finally, Sean Penn's role has been overused so much in this world. The Abraham Lincoln, the Martin Luther King. A man makes a big difference in life. He triumphs, he creates something new, and then at the end, pew. Martin Luther King was killed like that. Not shot, but these are people who died to make a big difference. Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy. Even in movies, like in the movie Pay It Forward, when he was stabbed, there's been so many roles where a man makes a big difference and then he gets killed at the end. Like what happened to Sean Penn. I've just seen that role too many times. I'm sorry, Mickey Rourke was 10 times a better actor. Sean Penn is just as good as Mickey Rourke in acting overall, but in their respective roles in this year, Mickey Rourke deserves the Oscar. If he does not win the Oscar, it would be a travesty. And I'm telling you that right now. Okay, let's get to the Q&A. Honestly, I might have to do 3 parts. Hopefully I won't. Give more questions to New York Sports Freak. He did his first Q&A yesterday. But his only questions were mine, because no one else sent him any. So please, I'm begging you, just send him some questions. It won't take you long. Okay, let's get this thing started already. Okay, King of Kings 835 says, since Jericho hates legends and already beat up Piper and Flair, do you think it would be Jericho versus Austin for his retirement match? Maybe. Some people are saying, when Austin was on the poster, I would have had a more certainty saying, yeah, he's probably going to fight Austin. But they've taken Austin off the poster, which, like RVD Tito for Life said, it can mean one of 2 things. It means A, Mickey Rourke will be at Mania, and Austin is not going to be a wrestler. Or B, Austin is going to fight at Mania, but they don't want to leak it. Because Austin, they announced on WWE.com in January, hell yeah, he's in the Hall. Signifying, yeah, Austin's in the Hall of Fame. And then they took it out the very next day because they were afraid that it revealed too much. Obviously, this poster's been out for a few weeks. Not a few weeks, I guess like 2-3 weeks. So maybe, hopefully, like I told you, I wanted to fight Rourke, but I want Austin to fight too. I want Jericho to fight Rourke, but I want Austin to fight too. As much as I've seen the wrestler, Rourke can wrestle. I mean, it's not perfect, but I've seen Rourke's match with the Ayatollah at the end was better than some of his matches I've seen in TNA, which is really sad. And his match with Ayatollah was like 3 minutes long, but it was still better than some of the crap. I was entertained. That's some of the shit I saw on TNA. And his match at CCW was great. I actually enjoyed it. I would actually give star ratings if I could. I think maybe both matches might get at least a 2 3/4, 3-star rating. If I'd seen the full match for the CCW, I'd probably give it a 3.5 because he was good. So I want him to fight Jericho, especially a guy like Jericho. I know can give Rourke an amazing match. And I know you guys think that I'm crazy that that Rourke can't go in the ring against Jericho. I know that you guys prefer Austin. I wouldn't mind seeing Austin there too. I just prefer Rourke because I know this probably not gonna happen, but hopefully that means Austin fights someone else. But after seeing this, it most likely means he won't. So I don't see him fighting Jericho at Mania. Because if he was fighting Jericho at Mania, once again, it's either like it's either he's not gonna do it or he is, but they don't want to leak it. But the Hall of Fame, when they took it off their website, it was after a day. That poster's been up for a while. So I'm sorry, I don't see Austin fighting Jericho at Mania. This doesn't mean he might not fight someone else. I just don't see him fighting Jericho at Mania. Okay, and then he also asks again, just a random question, which console do you prefer? I prefer the PS3. How about you? I prefer the 360 on some occasions. I like the Wii, but on the Wii, when you're playing like the sports games, the Wii sucks. I tried playing Madden 09 for the Wii. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. You can't play at all. The Xbox is really best for the sports and action games. If you want to do like a fun Mario Party, a fun like interactive game, use the Wii. But don't use regular games like sports and action games. Don't use that for the Wii because that won't work. So I kind of use both, but I do play the sports and action games a little more. So I'd have to say I prefer the Xbox over the PS3. Edgehead714. Hey, Bigrat310, I got a question for your Q&A in the Vickie Edge storyline. What more do you think they can get out of it, and how do you think it'll end? I think I've said this before. I think it was a huge mistake. Come on. When Vickie puts Edge in Hell in a Cell, Edge goes down in flames. And what people forget, when Vickie thanked The Undertaker the very next week, she said, "Thank you, Undertaker, for doing that to my husband. Thank you." Edge comes back. They give no explanation whatsoever. I mean, come on. So, yeah, man. If I had a wife and she put me in a cell match and let me go through the ring through fire, yeah, I would just come back and say, "Yeah, I love you." No. They didn't even give a reason like, "Yeah, I guess I made a mistake." All she said was like, "I missed you." That does nothing. This storyline was good at first. I liked it at first because it showed how Edge had the power. Now it's like, it's running on for like a year and a half now. It started around November of 2007. And it was good, but like, come on. Once you throw the guy through flames, there's nothing more. I don't think they can get more out of this. I honestly don't think. What else can she possibly do to Edge? He's put him in like 3 championship matches and opportunities. There is nothing more they can get out of this storyline. And this never should have restarted in the first place. You could have had like, maybe if Edge didn't go through the flames, and then she's talking with him afterwards, and maybe he manipulates her into getting back on top. Yeah, the most I can see happening, I guess, is maybe Edge like spearing Vickie, turning on her eventually. Edge also cheated on Vickie. They didn't mention that either. Maybe like he beats up Vickie Guerrero or something. Not beat up. Maybe like does something even worse. He attacked Vickie Guerrero also. Don't forget that. After he cheated on her on the week leading up to SummerSlam, he attacked Vickie Guerrero, for crying out loud. They get back together. So maybe like Vickie finally turns on him permanently, I guess. That's the most I can do because I think this storyline has gone on way too long and WWE has made a big freaking mistake in restarting it. With the way they booked it, it was horrible. Bad job, WWE. Bad job. Okay, 2 questions from SJRXX619. Do you think that the Brian Kendrick will ever reach main event status? I think he has and will. Come on, it's Unforgiven. Like I said, he fought for the WWE title. Yes, it was in the scramble match. He was the best performer of anyone in the match. You can ask anyone on YouTube. He was the best performer of anyone in that match. I think WWE knows they have the talent. I think right now they don't have anything for him because it's WrestleMania time. He might be in the Money in the Bank. I expect to see him in the Money in the Bank. So, yeah, I think he will reach main event status. Rey Mysterio did it. Evan Bourne's practically there. Evan Bourne's had few... didn't Evan Bourne beat Kane? I know he fought Kane. Did he ever beat Kane? Nah, I don't think he did, but still, going one-on-one with Kane and making competitive, that's still good enough. So yeah, I think that Brian Kendrick can easily reach main event status. Size doesn't matter, especially if Ezekiel. If you have that bodyguard-like person, then you're good. Then you're definitely good. Because then it gives you that era of, then it gives you the monster heel kind of feel. Okay, best YouTube channel. Hey, Big Rat. Just thought of a good question for a Q&A. Here it is. Out of the second and third generation wrestlers current in WWE, I mean Orton, Rhodes, DiBiase, D.H. Smith, and others. Which one's that was the best wrestler in your opinion? I think Davey Boy was by far the best. In ring talent, I guess I gotta go with Davey Boy. But as in who's the best overall, who's more over, it's gotta be Dusty Rhodes. DiBiase was also, I'm reading his book right now. He was also very good in the ring. But I think what you're missing is don't forget Natalia Neidhart had Jim Neidhart. But if you're talking about straight dads, not uncles or anything, yeah, I think Bulldog was the best. But whoever was more over with the crowd and achieved more in their career, definitely Dusty Rhodes. By far, he did the most. But it depends on how you ask that question. Okay, hold on. Bigrat310, part 2 coming up. Peace.